tonight I got something that is not entirely mine to claim, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. But there is an amazing breakdown right now. Well, it's been around for a while, which is going to talk about all the things that we do for one of our clients. And we're talking about one of our clients. So really excited to make sure we are talking about all the things, because chances are we're totally underselling ourselves, right? So let's get this one up and shared. As you know, I love to jump right in. So say hi if you're just jumping on. And then we're going to get right into tonight, which is not really necessarily a network marketing strategy. So I promise we will be jumping back into them. My mind has been occupied a little bit with a live workshop we have coming up on Saturday about time management. So tell you about that a little bit later. But for tonight, I want to make sure we are jumping in, and we are talking about the 184 things that a real estate agent does. And it is courtesy of the lighter side of real estate. So very, very great, funny real estate website. If you haven't, check their Facebook page, subscribe to them, I would highly encourage you to do so, because they are funny. Just putting it out there. So the gentleman put together a great list of all the things we do as agents. So why not talk about it? Because there's actually quite a bit of things. First up, did you know an agent did that many things? Let me just ask you, and drop it into the comment. Did you know an agent did 184 things for one client? You can just drop it right below. Yes, no, yes, something like that. So in the next 20 minutes, we'll cover all the things an agent does. So let's dive in. Once we are at the end, you can find out how you can accomplish all of it and be highly productive too. So stick around. We'll make it worth it. So there are 20 tasks that a real estate agent does just on a pre-listing work alone. Did you know that? So let's jump in. The pre-listing items that a real estate agent does is make an appointment for the seller for the listing presentation, send the seller a written or email confirmation of the listing appointment, and call them to confirm. Review pre-appointment questions, research all comparables currently listed and the currently listed properties, research sales activity for about the last 18 months from the MLS and public records. And yes, we pull our data based on the last 6, but it's good to have an idea of where things are heading. Research average days on market for this property of this type, price range, and location. Download and review property tax roll. Prepare a CMA to establish the fair market value. Obtain copy of the subdivision plat or complex layout. And research property ownership and deed type. Those were items 1 to 10, and we have not even set foot into the house, guys. So items 11 to 20, research property public record information for lot size and dimension, research and verify legal description, research property land use coding and deed restrictions, research property current use and zoning, verify legal names of owners and county public property records, prepare listing presentation package with the above material, perform exterior curb appeal assessment of the subject property, compile and assemble formal file on the property, confirm current public schools and explain impact of schools on market value, review listing appointment checklist to ensure all steps and actions have been completed. Whew. Okay, that was item 1 to 20 on our pre-listing tasks. And again, haven't even set foot into the house. Guys, can we give ourselves like a big pat on the back of we're doing pretty amazing when it comes to the things that we do. And we haven't even started yet, because there's a lot of other things. So we do a huge amount of work before we ever really meet with our client. Okay, so make sure that you always remember that, especially when it comes down to, will you cut your commission questions, right? So far so good, because then we're really going to dive into all the other things. And the big one right now is the listing work. There are 57 tasks that we do during the listing presentation. So we're going to give the seller an overview of current market conditions and projections, review agents and companies' credentials and accomplishments in the market, present company's profile and position or niche in the marketplace, present CMA results to the seller, including comparables, solds, current listings, and expireds, offer a pricing strategy based on professional judgment and interpretation of current market conditions, discuss goals with sellers to market effectively, explain market power and benefits of multiple listing service, explain the market power of web marketing, IDX and Realtor.com, Zillow.com, explain the work the brokerage and agent do behind the scenes and agents' availability on weekends. Explain agents' role in taking calls to screen for qualified buyers and protect sellers from curiosity seekers. Present and discuss strategic master marketing plan, explain different agency relationships and determine seller's preference, review and explain all clauses in the listing contract and addendum, and obtain seller signatures once the property is under a listing agreement. Review current title information, measure overall and heated square footage, measure interior room sizes, confirm lot sizes via owner copy of certified survey, note any and all unrecorded property lines, agreements, easements, obtain house plans if applicable and available, review house plans and make a copy, order plat, map for retention and property listing file, prepare showing instruction for buyer's agent and agree on showing time window with the sellers, obtain current mortgage loan information, companies and loan account numbers, verify current loan information with lenders, check assumability of loans and any special requirements, discuss possible buyer financing alternatives and option with the seller, review current appraisal if available, identify homeowner association manager if applicable, verify homeowner association fees with the manager, and if there's a mandatory or optional annual fee, order a copy of homeowner association bylaws if applicable, research electricity availability and suppliers' name and phone numbers, calculate average utility usage from the last 12 months of the bills, research and verify city sewer septic tank systems, the water system, calculate average water fees or rates from the last 12 months of bills. If it's well water, confirm the well status, depth, and output from the well report. Natural gas, research and verify availability and suppliers' name and phone numbers. Verify the security system, current terms of service, and whether owned or leased. Verify if seller has transferable termite bond. A certain need for lead-based paint disclosures. Prepare detailed list of property amenities and assess market impact. Prepare detailed list of properties inclusion and conveyances with sale. That's your personal property. Compile list of completed repairs and maintenance items. Send vacancy checklist to seller if the property is vacant. Explain the benefits of a homeowner warranty to the seller. Assist the sellers with completion and submission of homeowner warranty application. When received, place a home warranty in property file for conveyance at time of sale. Have an extra key made for the lockbox. Verify if the property has rental units involved, and if so, make a copy of lease. For retention and listing file, verify all rents and deposits. Inform tenants of listing and discuss how showings will be handled. Arrange for installation of yard sign. Assist seller with completion of seller disclosure form. New listing checklist completed. Review results of curb appeal assessment with seller and provide suggestions to improve saleability. Review results of interior decor assessment and suggest changes to shorten time on market. Load listing into transaction management software. And if your head is not spinning, I don't know what is. Mine sure is. Those are 57 things that we are doing from the time we are going on the listing appointment until we are taking the listing. That's a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. But it's not stopping there. So let's get going on the next thing, which is MLS entry. There's actually 6 tasks that we are as agents doing on that field. So when it comes to MLS entry, we got the MLS profile sheet. Agent is responsible for quality control and accuracy of listing data. Enter property data from a profile sheet into the MLS listing database. Proofread the MLS database listing for accuracy, including proper placement in the mapping function. Add property to company's active listing list. Provide sellers with signed copies of the listing agreement in MLS profile sheet data form within 48 hours. And take additional photos for upload into the MLS and use flyers. And discuss efficiency of panoramic photography. So sometimes comes in handy to have some nice pictures, panoramic, or the drones, especially right now as well. So those are 6 items we do here, but not done yet. Told you we're going to look at 184. So diving into the next one, which is marketing for the property. So marketing for the property, we got 26 items right there. So let's dive into those. We're going to create print and internet ads with the seller's input, coordinate showings with owners, tenants, and other realtors, return all calls, weekends included, install electronic lockbox if authorized by the owner, program was agreed upon showing time windows, prepare mailing and contact list, generate mail merge letters to contact list, order just listed labels and reports, prepare flyers and feedback, review comparable MLS listings regularly to ensure property remains competitive in price, terms, condition, and availability. Prepare property marketing brochures for the seller's review. Arrange for printing or copying of supply of marketing brochures or flyers. Place marketing brochures in all company agents' mailboxes. Upload listing to company and agent internet site if applicable. Mail out just listed notice to all neighborhood residents. Advise network referral program of listing. Provide marketing data to buyers coming through international relocation services. Provide marketing data to buyers coming from referral networks. Provide special feature cards for marketing if applicable. Submit ads to company participating internet real estate sites. Price changes conveyed promptly to all internet groups. Reprint supply brochures promptly as needed. Loan information reviewed and updated in MLS as required. Feedback emails sent to buyer agents after the showing. Review weekly market study. Discuss feedback from showing agents with the seller to determine if changes will accelerate the sale. Place regular weekly update calls to seller to discuss marketing and pricing. Promptly enter price changes in the MLS. So this is all the stuff related to marketing for that one listing, guys. That's a lot of stuff. Do you see where we do a lot of it? Can we get like a thumbs up of like, yes, we are doing a lot of it? Because we surely are. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the 31 tasks a real estate agent does from offer to contract. There's a ton happening behind the scenes now. So offer to contract, we are talking about receiving and reviewing all offers to purchase contracts submitted by buyers or buyer's agents, evaluate offers and prepare a net sheet on each for the owner for comparison purposes. We're going to counsel the seller on offers, explain merits and weaknesses of each component of each offer, contact buyer's agent to review buyer's qualification and discuss the offer, deliver seller's disclosures to buyer agent or buyer upon request and prior to offer if possible, confirm buyer is pre-qualified by calling the loan officer, obtain pre-qualification letter on buyer from loan officer, negotiate all offers on seller's behalf, setting time limit for loan approval and closing date. Prepare and convey any counteroffers, acceptance, or amendments to buyer's agent. Send copy of the contract and all addendums to closing attorney or title company. When offer to purchase contract is accepted and signed by the seller, deliver to the buyer's agent. Record and promptly deposit buyer's earnest money in escrow account. Disseminate under contract showing restrictions as seller requests. Deliver copies of fully signed offer to purchase contract to seller. Deliver copies of offer to purchase contract to selling agent. And deliver copies of offer to purchase contract to lender. Provide copies of signed offer to purchase contract for office file. Advise seller in handling additional offers to purchase submitted between contracts. Change status in the MLS to sale pending. Update transaction management program, show sale pending. Review buyer credit report result. And this one you might not get. Advise seller of worst and best case scenarios. Provide credit report information to seller if property will be seller financed. Assist buyer with obtaining financing if applicable and follow up as necessary. Coordinate with lender on discount points being locked in with dates. Deliver unrecorded property information to buyer. Order septic system inspection if applicable. Receive and review septic system reports and assess any possible impact on sale. Deliver copy of septic system inspection report for lender and buyer. Deliver well flow test report copies to lender and buyer in property listing file. Verify termite inspection is ordered if required. Verify mold inspection is ordered if required. And those were the 31 things we do from offer to contract. That's a lot, guys. This is really, really a lot. And we're, again, doing this for one property. So here are 5 things that we are doing on the loan process because there is still more things happening. So for the loan process, we are looking at confirming verifications of deposits and buyer employments have been returned, follow loan processing through to the underwriter, add lender and other vendors to your management program so agent, buyers, and sellers can track progress of sale, contact lender weekly to ensure processing is on track, and relay final approval of buyer loan application to the seller. So, still not quite there. We got more things we're doing. Home inspection, 7 tasks that a real estate agent does for the home inspection. So for the home inspection, what do we got? We got the coordinate the buyer's professional home inspector with the seller. We're reviewing the home inspection report. We are entering into completion into transaction management tracking software. We're going to explain seller's responsibility with respect to loan limits and interpret any clauses in the contract. Ensure seller's compliance with home inspection clause requirements. Recommend or assist seller with identifying, negotiating with trustworthy contractors to perform any required repairs. Negotiate payment and oversee completion of all required repairs on seller's behalf if needed. Those are out of state sellers, right? But we're not done yet. How about appraisal? Because we do things there too. 5 tasks a real estate agent does for appraisals. The appraisal items that are related to our task are schedule appraisal. I want to make sure we have a time to go into the house with the appraiser. Provide comparable sales used in market pricing to the appraiser. We want to follow up on the appraisal. Enter completion into transaction management program as the seller in question appraisal report if it seems too low. So, up next, closing. There are 24 tasks that a real estate agent does when it comes to closing. So, contract is signed by all parties, coordinate closing process with buyer's agent and lender, update closing forms and files, ensure all parties have all forms and information needed to close the sale, select location where closing will be held, confirm closing date and time, and notify all parties, assist in solving any title problems, boundary disputes, easements, etc., or in obtaining a death certificates, work with buyer agent in scheduling and conducting buyer's final walkthrough prior to closing, research all tax, HOA, utilities, and other applicable operations, request final closing figures from the closing agent, attorney, or title company, receive and carefully review closing figures to ensure accuracy of preparation, forward verified closing figures to buyer's agent, request copy of closing documents from the closing agent, confirm buyer and buyer agents have received title insurance commitment, provide home warranty for availability at closing, review all closing documents carefully for errors, forward closing documents to absentee seller as requested, review documents with closing agent or attorney, provide earnest money deposit check from escrow account to closing agent, and coordinate this closing with seller's next purchase and resolve any timing problems. Have a no surprise closing so that the seller receives a net proceeds check at closing. Refer sellers to one of the best agents of their destination. Change MLS status to sold. Enter sale data, price, selling broker, and agent ID numbers. Close out listing in your management program. Those were the 24 things that we do during the closing process. And we're not stopping here. There are 3 more things that we are doing after closing. So after closing, answer questions about filing claims with homeowner or warranty company if requested, attempt to clarify and resolve any conflicts about repairs if buyer is not satisfied, respond to any follow-on calls, provided any additional information required from office files. Woo! All right, guess what? Give yourself a high five. You've just done it. We have just listened to 184 things. So let's recap. The pre-listing, there's 20 tasks right there. The listing presentation, 57 tasks we're doing. MLS entry, 6 tasks. Marketing a property, 26 tasks. Offer to close, 31 tasks. Loan process, 5 tasks. Home inspection, 7 tasks. Appraisal, 5 tasks. Closing, 24 tasks. And after closing, there's 3 more tasks that we still do. This is absolutely crazy, guys. And this is all talking about one listing. One listing. That's it. Okay? So no wonder that we are always feeling strapped for time. There's a lot that we do, and this is just one listing. What do we do if we have 2 listings, 3 listings, 5 listings? Anybody else getting really nervous just thinking about it right now? No worries. One of the best things I can tell you is systems, okay? So for example, I don't send out feedback to the people that showed my listing. It happens automatically, right? Chances are a lot of you guys have the same system in place. Somebody shows your property, and once they're done, their appointment slots ends, they get an email sent. Hey, thanks so much for showing. Do you think you have a minute to provide me some feedback? Please click here, right? So a lot of automation, a lot of systems can really, really help us. And the other part that is really, really helpful is how you manage your time. So let me introduce myself really quick. For those of you that are new to the group, my name is Janine Sasso. I am an active realtor and team leader. I do run a 6-figure real estate business. I'm a hyperlocal marketing machine, founder of the Hyperlocal Real Estate Agent. Welcome to the group. Built my business with zero sphere, and I'm a busy mom of 2 little kids. So I totally understand that time constraints are no joke. So here's what I promised you guys. At the end, I'm going to show you not only that you need to have certain systems in place, but we have also been working really hard on a time management workshop for our group members. And this is my special invitation to you guys. This workshop is happening on Saturday. So if you are wanting to sign up, we still have seats available. And the early bird special, I think, is ending actually tonight. So you've probably seen the emails on it, but this is how we are getting everything done. We just manage our time in a much more efficient way than the average person. So not only is it systems, not only is it processes, we're also talking about time management. And we all got the same 24 hours. We all still have the same things, right? So thank you guys so much for being part of the Hyperlocal Real Estate Agent Facebook group, where we have all the free training happening. And if you are still looking to get into the workshop, like I said, you can still join. I would suggest you go to www.bit.ly/time management mom style, TMMS capitalized. So time management mom style, and join us there. It'll be a fun Saturday in which I am going to give you guys a ton of actionable items so you can really start taking control of some of your stuff. But I figured, why not go ahead and I want to share something with you guys. So one of the things that I'm going to share is really how everything is coming together, because it's not just let's manage our time better. It's not, there's a lot going on. You have your family life, you have your personal life, you have your business life, you have your clients, and everything else on top of it sometimes just feels like we're drowning. And it's totally normal to feel like that. The matter is really, what are the tools that you have in place to make it work? How do you make sure that you don't drown, right? And that is what Saturday's workshop is going to be all about.